This isn't a how-to video. This is what we're gonna do video, and we'll get it done.
Long time now.
Long time.
We're getting long in the face.
Long in the tooth.
Let's go.
Here comes our machine. Here comes our machine, Wally. Come here, Wally. Come here. Wally, come here. Wally. In this video, I have some footage of a construction project. A friend of mine asked if I'd be willing to give him a hand with some excavation work at his home. I agreed to do so. The main part of this project is an addition to his house, which will be a garage. It'll be an attached garage, 2-car. So we had to do quite a bit of prep work for that, removing concrete, and quite a bit of dirt work, actually. The camera doesn't do it justice, but there's quite a bit of elevation change on this site. So we had to remove quite a bit of soil in order to get the site flat to dig the footers. So that was the biggest part of the job. And then it also required some concrete removal at the back of the house in order to make some room for a new patio site back there. So I got a fair amount of footage. I would have loved to have brought my excavator down to do this job, but where he lives is about an hour away from where I do, and that's just a little bit too far for my old 99 Ford with the 7.3 Power Stroke. Love those motors, great motors, and they've proved themselves many times over the years. They lack a little bit of power. When I have my excavator and all the buckets along with the gooseneck trailer hooked up to the back of that truck, it's just under 20,000 pounds. So that's asking way too much of that old truck. So like I said, great motors. I've had several of them over the years. I actually just sold a truck that had a 7.3 in it here a few weeks ago. So now I'm down to 2. But I need to upgrade, and I would love to have a new 6.7 Power Stroke. It's amazing, these new 6.7s will pull 3 times as much weight as what my old truck will do. So hopefully in the future, one of those will be pulling my trailer around. But for now, we got this rental machine to get this job done. Like many jobs, this one wasn't without its issues. The first problem we ran into was a hydraulic hose blew out on the excavator. And after looking at it, it was damaged prior to us getting it. So probably whoever had this machine rented damaged it, and then it ended up leaking on us. So no big deal. It had to get pulled off, and my buddy ran up to the dealership, which isn't far from his home, and got a new one made, got that put together. The second issue was the trucking company that was supposed to show up to haul the concrete away never bothered to show up. So that set us back about a day. We had to scramble around, and luckily he was able to make some calls to some friends of his and came up with a gentleman that had a dumpster company that was willing to load dumpsters with concrete and haul it away for us. So we ended up with, I think, 4 full dumpsters, 20-yarders full of concrete. So quite a bit of concrete we had to remove, and got that hauled away. Then another issue we ran into, which wasn't construction related as far as equipment goes, but it was my camera decided to burn up. So my main camera that I use for making videos, I had it set up on a time lapse, and it was a pretty hot day, sun beating on it. Thing ended up overheating, and it's no longer with us. So I got a call into the company. I'm not sure if I'll be able to replace it or get it repaired. Either way, I got to come up with another camera here pretty quick so I can keep going with my videos. The good news is my buddy had an old GoPro, and we were able to get that up and running and still get some footage to put a video together here. So that worked out okay. So hopefully I'll have a new one here soon and I can keep going. And this video is going to end with the footers being dug, and that's where I ended up shutting this video down. And I'll probably continue on with maybe another 1 or 2 as this construction project continues, as far as pouring the footers, and as it progresses I'll try to get some footage here, and we'll go from there. So with all that said, take care, and I hope I see you on the next one. How's it going? Welcome back to the rural world. My name's Lou, and behind me is a job that we're going to be working on today for a good friend of mine. So the job today is we're going to rip out this concrete here from this corner right here all the way across, and we got a truck and a dumpster coming for that. And then we're going to dig a foundation, a footer, and we're going to put a nice garage addition on here for them. We got this machine rented from Lepo Equipment, which that's a top-notch company. If anybody needs any equipment, give a shout out to Lepo. They're very professional, courteous. I like dealing with them. I've rented quite a bit of equipment off of them over the years. So here's my buddy Ryan. This is his home site, and this is going to be his addition that we're working on. Ryan and I used to work together in the natural resource field, and we'll save that story for another video, but we've known each other for probably over 25 years.
Long time now.
Long time.
We're getting long in the face.
Long in the tooth.
Long in the brain.
So here's what we're doing. So this is his print. So this is going to be the new addition right here. So here's that driveway that we were looking at. That's what it's going to look like at the final. So it's going to be match up. That roof line is going to look nice on there. That'll look good.
Yeah, the builder's going to do a good job.
And then he's going to have a real nice addition here for a nice garage. So he's got a beautiful place here. There's a big lake back there. Super nice setting, quiet. Well, it's day number 3 here on the construction job for my buddy. And we're making some progress, but we ran into some issues. Imagine that. Day number 2 didn't go so good. We had some machine issues. We had a hose started leaking on the machine, so we got that fixed. My camera that I usually use for filming is no longer with us. I had it set up doing a time lapse over here the other day, and it was in direct sunlight, and I think it might have fried it. I don't know. I tried to reset it, so I got to call into the company. We'll see if I can get that back working or not. But right now I'm using my buddy's little GoPro. It's an older one, but we'll see what the footage looks like. So I'm not sure what got covered on day number 1, but to bring everybody up to speed, I haven't put this into my editing software yet, so we'll see what got covered. But we're basically doing an addition here on his house. We're going to put a new garage on. So we got concrete ripped out, we got drain lines to do, we got a footer to dig. The reason why we're using this rental machine instead of my machine is we are over an hour, well, right about an hour from my house, and my old 7.3, I love it, but it's just definitely asking too much of it to put my machine on there and all the buckets, so we ended up renting this one. But we're getting there. We got all the concrete ripped out of this back section here. We got this drain line installed. Got this cut out here where this is going to be a little like hangout area. I think he's going to put some stone in here and make it like a little deck, little porch. That's the same one he just took. Here we are, day 5 of the construction project. We got quite a bit done. We got all this done here. Got all the concrete ripped out. We ended up with 4 loads of concrete. We're getting ready to dig these footers here next.
A lot of mud.
We got to go into dirt management mode.
Yeah.
A lot of dirt.
Digging around Youngstown, Ohio, you don't know who you're going to find underneath an old foundation. Might be some old gangsters under there. Old Lou's moving that dirt quick. Cubic yards. Cubits by cubits. Look at that precision. Not a step wasted. I'm glad I got this guy to do my job. Hammer time.
Well, here we are at the construction project. We're exactly 1 week from our start date. So we got all the footers in. Didn't get a lot of footage of that. I had issues with my camera, and the day we were finishing this particular camera battery wasn't working, so I got some footage, but not a lot. We put some stone back in here. We got a little bit more stone we got to put in. This is what took the most time, was just moving this massive pile of earth. The way this laid, there was a pretty good slope right in this area here, so we had to step that back to get everything flat so we could dig the footers, and the same with this side here. Now, this camera doesn't do it justice, but there's several dump truck loads of soil that we moved right here, so it took some time. But in spite of all that, we actually got quite a bit done. The footers are in, ready for concrete. I think the homeowner is happy.
I really appreciate the hard work you did here, Lou.
You're welcome, buddy.
You're level-headed.
Thank you.
When the sage brings the rite of spring, morning dove and the sparrows sing, through the light that the sun will bring, reborn. Clocks are creeping on the wall, swallowtail heeds the northern call, and the last of the frost will thaw, reborn. In the warmth of the spring, I recall everything once more. Heavy air and the smell of rain, muddy grasses across the plain.
You betcha.